So I just did the lawns, or the first part of the lawns. It took me a while. I actually did the first hour first thing this morning at about 7 AM when it was nice and cool. It's about midday now, and I did another hour just now. My neck is swollen, my back is on fire. The fibro is very, very bad now. And I've made a significant dent in the yard, which is also important for the Bushfire Authority to keep them happy. But I've got a lot more to go, and it's only Monday. I have 2 weeks to finish it all. The mower that I got gets choked up very easily with the long gamba grass, so I'm having to come up with different techniques. So now, since my body is kind of messed up by the fibro in my brain, I'm losing things left, right and centre because of the brain fog. I'm just going to shut myself into the dark, under the air cons and the fan, and try and recover enough to do some more tomorrow. And hopefully the fibro has settled a bit by then. My recovery time is a lot faster these days, but that doesn't mean that when I'm in pain it isn't agony. And I'm in agony now, so I'm going to lie down. So I thought I'd give you a quick update. It's been a few hours since I did the lawns, at least 5 or 6 hours, but within about 3 hours of resting and lying in the dark, most of that agonizing pain and brain fog lifted, and I was just left with a dull ache. So that's what I'm dealing with now. It's just a dull ache in my back, and there's still quite a bit of swelling on the back of my neck, but it's not half as bad as it was directly after doing those lawns. I realized I haven't really explained why I'm doing the lawns and not using contractors. And what basically happened was when I got a quote for a replacement contractor, he quoted me $2,700 to do the firebreaks and the lawns for me. I just simply do not have that kind of money. The only reason why I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed is because my clients have been very, very kind, advanced me on the next job that I'm doing, so I was able to pay for the rental car and have money set aside to, I thought, $1,000 set aside to do the firebreaks. $2,700, that's way out of my price range. So what I did instead was I went and bought a new mower, a new chainsaw, and a new weed whacker. Now the mower, like I say, it struggles with the gamba grass, the long gamba grass, so I'm going to have to sort of use a little bit of a technique there. When it chokes the mower's blades, it winds around, and it's very difficult to get the gamba grass untwisted from the spinning blades. And also, I don't feel very confident with sticking my hands in there and pulling out the grass from the blades of a lawnmower, because in my head I've got all these kind of thoughts of the lawnmower springing to life on me and slicing off my precious hands, and my hands are my livelihood, and a lot of my talent is manifested through my hands. So I don't really want to be crippled just because I'm trying to unstick a lawnmower. But regardless of that, it is going to be an epic job doing those fire breaks. Went up the side driveway, I kind of looked down the side of the property, and I could barely see the end of the property in the distance. It's a very, very large property. It's not so wide, so the width's not going to be a problem. I can achieve that quite easily. The width of the property is no longer or no more than the driveway that I've already prepped. So basically, even within the week, I think I can do both of the widths of the property and get that 4 metre width that I need to satisfy the requirements for the Bushfire Authority. So yeah, unfortunately I came here with a budget of $550 to do the fire breaks, because that's what the previous contractors would charge. I guessed that there was a chance that the new contractors that I would find would be more expensive, so I did allow $1,000, which was possible again from the kindness of Guy Pigden and Will Fleming for advancing me on the next job. But $2,700 is just way out of my price range, and I've bought those power tools now, so even if I did find somebody to do things, do it for $1,000, there just isn't the money to do that. So it's going to be up to me. It's going to be slog. It's going to be agony the whole way, because I don't do so well with physical work because of my condition. I was in a lot of pain with that last video. I think it probably translated through the video, and that's just the way it is for me. Aside from that, I had a nice evening and sat at East Point in Darwin City and watched the sun set while I played guitar. Then I met a lady for a date and sat next to the ocean and just basically talked, to my new friend. It was very nice. It was very nice that she took the time out to come and see me and listen to me and listen to all my problems, and I had quite a few of them, and was sympathetic and very kind and very nurturing. So if I was sticking around, I definitely would consider it for a romantic relationship. Falling in love takes time for me. It's something that maybe it used to happen a little bit faster when I was younger, but I think there was probably more infatuations, and these days I'm far more selective with the people that I let into my life and far less trusting than I was because of the way I wish I was treated when I was younger. I'm trying to build new relationships, new friendships, ones that are more trusting, ones that are nurturing, and that are understanding for me and my condition, both psychological and physical. It's a bit slower. It takes a little bit more time to really vet people and suss them out and see if they have, everybody has a dark side, but see if that dark side is something that will cause me a lot of psychological and emotional pain in the future. But I had a good dinner. I'm not in agony now, so that means I'll be able to sleep until the pain flares up, because usually I wake up in pain, and it takes a little while before that pain goes away, usually about half an hour or so. But I'm very impressed with my recovery time these days, because it used to take me 4 to 5 days to recover from a chronic pain relapse, and now it's more like 3 to 4 hours. To me, that's a huge step in the right direction. It isn't just because of the Darwin weather. The Darwin weather, the warmth really helps, but I think it's more to do with the management that I've done in at least the last 6 months. The amount of physical exercise, the 2 hours of weight training that I did, and the constant dog walks, and the psychological work that I did, and eliminating a lot of toxic things out of my diet really helped as well.